Okay, I'm going to move on to my update on the ex-husband demanding I change my last name back to my maiden name.
Ooh.
Per his fiance's request.
Okay, if you guys want to catch up on that OG story, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, go check out episode 17. That one is time-stamped at 32 minutes in that episode. So 32 minutes into episode 17 was the original story for this.
But I'll give a brief background on it. So basically, her ex-husband is now dating a woman, or engaged to a woman who is now much younger than him and her. And she feels threatened by OP, having the same last name as her. So ex-husband asked OP to change last name, but she refuses because she wants her kids to have the same last name as her, which is
fair.
Completely fair. So we have an update here. Update. Several of you have asked for an update on my ex-husband giving me a year to change my last name back to my maiden name because his fiance was uncomfortable with her and I having the same last name. To clarify, the reason he gave me a year is because they are getting married sometime next year and wanted my name changed prior to the wedding. Anyway, my ex called me yesterday and said he had done a lot of research on ex-wives keeping their ex-husband's last name after divorce. He stated he didn't realize how common this is, especially when there are children from the marriage. He also said this had been my name for 17 years. My entire adult life has been with this last name, and I have built a career with it. He basically acknowledged that every reason I had to keep it was legitimate. He apologized for the way he initially approached me about changing my last name and explained he is in a bad spot trying to make his fiancée happy. He also explained she feels that by me keeping my last name must mean I'm still in love with him, and this is a secret way of assuring we end up together again someday. I informed this was not, nor will ever be, the case. Yes, I cared deeply about him because I was married to him for 12 years, and he is the father of my children, and I want him to be happy in life. However, I fell out of love with him many years ago, and that will not change. He said he informed his fiancée that he will not bring this up again to me, and if she didn't like it, the ball was in her court to decide if she wanted to continue with their relationship. Thank you all for the feedback on my original post. I never expected this kind of response and an overwhelming amount of comments and advice.
I love it. Happy ending. That's good. Good that he realized his stupidity and came around.
Yeah. I think it's funny though. Top comment basically says his research, his quote unquote research that he says was probably him just finding the Reddit post.
Probably getting
reading
shredded.
The comments.
Getting shredded.
Yeah. So this was a good outcome, it seems. And yeah, girl is immature to feel threatened by. Don't go after someone who has a past then if you're going to be so insecure about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You go after a big age gap older men like that, it's bound to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, when we find updates like this, I know a lot of you have commented you
like the updates.
You like the updates. So we'll try to stay on top of them
and add them in at the end of episodes.
Yeah.
So that, people who come on board, you get the good stuff. Maybe you haven't listened to the older episodes yet. Okay, go back, listen to those older episodes, and then you can understand the updates.